Like, everyone takes notice, and then the people who, you know, really liked that series because, like, they looked at the, you know, seasonal chart and said, hey, this looks like this would be something I would enjoy. And then they all rate it upwards, and then it catches the attention of the users on the site who wouldn't have watched it. And then they're all like, oh, I don't get it. And it's like, well, okay, that's fine if you didn't get it. Like, I'm not gonna say you're wrong for having a dissenting opinion, but it does start to outgrow that, and then when something outgrows its original, like, audience because, like, it receives enough acclaim, you tend to get a lot more, like, negativity around it, and a lot more intentional hot takes of people, like, trying to be contrarian. Hell, if we're talking Sonic, this is a hypothesis I've had for a long time. Like, Sonic CD is not an especially great Sonic game. It's fine. It has some interesting ideas, but I don't think the ideas really work the best. But back in the day, Sonic CD had, like, a reputation as, like, one of the best Sonic games. And nobody could really proof call it on that. Like, you had to own a Sega CD or go through the process of emulating, which emulating Sega CD was not the easiest for quite a while. New Hype Show gets filled with 10 out of 10 reviews. I mean, that's just gonna, like I said, that's gonna happen because it's like the people who that appeals to will be there first, usually. Especially common for, like, adaptations, which comprise, like, 80% of anime anyway. Like, this is not the right spot. Like, adaptations are, you know, 85, 90% of anime, if not more. So it's like, hey, I read the manga for this. So I'm gonna be, like, the first to say, hey, you need to fucking watch this series. Because I already like the manga, and, like, especially if a series has, like, you know, kind of a slow start, but then, like, gets really good as it goes on. Like, if I think, oh, the anime did a really good job adapting the setup part of the series, like, I'm gonna say, like, hey, I give this a really good score, but it's like, to somebody who's not familiar with where it goes, that might seem a little rushed. Deleted a message I typed up about Monogatari getting hit by this. Getting hit by what? The problematic media accusation, or just, like, outgrowing its audience? Get fucked. I'm the Eggman now, bitch. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you outright, like, calling anything mid would, like unironically, is a great way to, like, get on my nerves. Like, I've straight up said, I think mid is a product of a generation that doesn't know true dog shit. Mid is a term for people who have the worst experience they've ever had with any particular medium is a 4 out of 10. And I'm like, congrats, you played fucking Sonic Forces. I'm like, you are fucking spoiled. You are not somebody who played Ghosts and Goblins for the NES, one of the shittiest ports ever. And even that's, like, not quite, like, one of the worst games ever, because it's, like, there was thought put into it, and it was based on an actually solid arcade game. But, like, mid just means bad. Like, when people say it, they mean bad. But they mean, like, 3.5 or 4 out of 10 bad. And I'm like, that's not bad, that's just, like, bleh. Star Wars, you're gonna have to be way more specific. There are a lot of fucking Star Wars games for the SNES. Oh, Super Star Wars. The game's not bad, it's just, like, not great. Kind of bullshit. Oh, there's nothing over here, just a shield. Of course, I'm also just a dissenting opinion by, you know, to you, so, like, you're entitled to your opinion. Like, I don't know, here's my thing, like, I tend to be a little forgiving with scores, like, I'll round up a 7.5 to an 8 if I have to. Or, like, if I have to use integers. Granted, I also kind of don't like number scores in general. The only reason I use them at all is because you kind of have to if you want to maintain an OpenCritic page, for example. Or so I've been told. I think I ran this game before I ever even did GDQ. I think that was around the time, yeah, not long after GDQ is when I hit 1,000 followers on Twitch. So I'm like, probably the reason I'm, like, just kind of enjoying this. I actually have people watching for once. Because I think back in the day, if I was streaming this, I had maybe 2 or 3 viewers. So I appreciate y'all getting me through this shit show. Yeah, there's some really, like, there's some games it's like the number score is a fucking 7, but, like, yeah, I'm just hoping I'll just do this as normal. Damn. fast strats for this fight kind of suck. Like, if you practice them, they're not bad. It's just I'm being a scrub lord. Oh, come on. Nice hitbox. Back before I actually wrote reviews that that needed numbers on them, I did like... I used to write a lot of, like, pastebin text documents that I would just call thought dumps, which is just, here's every thought I have on, like, every feeling about this game. I can't really do that when, like, people are giving me codes to play their shit. Because, like, a lot of the stuff I put in, though, is, wow, I went the complete wrong way. Wow, I went the complete fucking wrong way. Nice. A lot of the stuff I put in there is speculative, like, this, you know, one of the games that I wrote one on, I was like, this game feels as if the, developer spent an inordinate amount of money on the voice actor budget, and thus ran out of money to finish the game. If you were watching, oh yeah, you see me play Tevi, like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know the game that I'm referring to that I had this feeling with. Like, that game felt like they couldn't finish the game because they spent so much money on, like, high-profile voice actors. And that is a very speculative aspect on my part. And that is not fair to the, like, publishers and creators to say something like that without actually confirming that that was the case. So I will not do that in a, like, actual review. But if something gives me a feeling like that, I was more open to putting that in, like, in one of those thought dumps. But I also didn't like putting a score on them because it's just like... There are some games I'm like, this is a really fun 8 out of 10. Because it's like, it's held back by so many things. And there are others where it's like, this is a bog standard. Well, not bog standard, but like, this is a standard 8 out of 10. There's nothing in here that's like this game really does not have very many pronounced flaws. But it also doesn't do anything special to the point that, like, it's, like, absolutely shown. It was like, this was a consistently pretty fun experience, but nothing it did was, like, generational or, like, especially unique. Spring Yard has been kind of a fucking meme. Nice, I missed an enemy. I get out of here less than 2 minutes ahead. There's like one over this way, I'm pretty sure. Where did I miss an enemy? There really one over here that I missed. Fucking shit, there was. Gotta blast those ass processing. There's also some games that just defy number scores. Like, if you were to ask me to give Hollow Knight a number score, like, I would tell you I really can't. Because that game is so extreme in one direction or the other at, like, a moment's notice. I missed a flicky somewhere. I mean, I've I've completed the true ending of Hollow Knight. Like, I could not give a holistic score, because I don't think that tells the full story of that game and what playing it was like. Like, here's some fun mechanics. Here's some genuinely good ideas, good visuals, good soundtrack when the soundtrack's, like, a factor. There's also some of the most miserable fucking dick punch design ever. And, like, just anti-player bullshit out the ass. And, like, mechanics that were fucking... that are so stupid that it's just like, why is this even a thing at all? Like, if you're gonna require the player to fucking use one of their, like, metal points to be able to see their icon on the map, a feature that's super Metroid didn't even do 20 years before that game came out, 25 even. Like, why even have a map at all? Like, if you're just gonna, you know, fucking dick over the player like that, like, just don't even fucking have a map. Just let them fucking find their way and be fucking lost. Like, it is a game that is 30 hours of just aggressively punching you in the dick anytime you think you're allowed to have anything. It's like, yeah, I beat it. I enjoyed parts of it. Granted, apparently, like, I'm one of the few people who really enjoy the White Palace or whatever it was called. And I really like the final boss of that game. Apparently some people don't, and by that I mean the true ending final boss. Yep, just shit like that is just all over that fucking game. Another game is Nier, Gestalt specifically. I've never played that much of Replicant, and Automata I can be more objective about. Even though I do have kind of a similar opinion of those games kind of are examples of when when a video game as a video game and a video game as an experience are not nearly as much overlap on the Venn diagram, because, like, OG Nier is not a particularly well-made action game, but it is a one-of-a-kind experience that occupies an abnormal amount of headspace. That game lives rent-free in my head, despite being, as a gameplay experience, unremarkable at best and beyond tedious at worst. The game is one of the most interesting uses of New Game Plus ever, but it is admittedly, like, kind of frustrating thing to have to do. Dang, I was going fast there for a second. In this fucking game, in this economy, I'm allowed to go fast. I'm probably missing a flicky, that's why. Yoko Taro has very particular ideas of how to handle that sort of stuff. But more so in, like, the final ending. I don't know. I also haven't really dabbled much into Drakengard, so I couldn't necessarily, like, tell you what are his, you know, idiosyncrasies. I think he's a remarkably interesting person when it comes to making games. And it's probably at least part of why he has such a cult following. It's nice when you have a creator that is just unabashedly themselves. Like, I will always respect a creator who I think is unabashedly themselves, even if I think all of their works are shit. This is a really straightforward level. fuck, I missed a hit. Really, dude? I'm not dying to this shit. Why did I collect that ring? I'm losing time for doing so. Wait, no, I'm not. Did it again. Oh well. I think I'm on like okay pace to beat the 51. Just kind of sad given, as mentioned, this is I literally haven't played this game in like 7 years, 8 years even. Right, it's not this way. Wrong fucking way. That is tragic. By the way, in case you feel, if you're ever watching this and you feel like this game looks like it's kind of clumsy. It's kind of clumsy. As Delphi put it is an oiled machine. It is an oiled machine. What you want that to mean, I will leave up to you. The machine is Sonic. He is a machine that converts momentum into mistakes. You know, now that I say that, the funny thing is, you could probably describe the entire fucking Sonic franchise with that description. I say this as like a fan of Sonic, but like, genuinely, the Hedgehog has more mistakes than a fucking, I was gonna say something really stupid there, but I'm not going to. Sonic did not actually understand how velocity works. He is not Plankton. He did not go to college. As an aside, Gene Gadget is probably my least favorite of this game's zones. I remember right, there's nothing over here. There totally is something over here, though. So I remembered wrong. Right. Remember how I mentioned I hate this stage? There you go. The good news is the last couple bosses of this game are easy, so it comes down to my ability to execute on stages. Which so far, I would love to execute this stage. Just fucking send it to the guillotine. Why did I even get that? Like, I'm good enough to not need it. Fucking garbage. Where is the last fucking clicky? Good fucking video game. I forgot how much I hate Team Gadget. Get out of here under 40 minutes. I think I have a chance, because Panic Puppet Act 2 is a very short zone, and the final boss is really simple. So remember, 5116 is the second to last place on the leaderboard. My time is a 53:35, so if I can beat this run under 51:15, I can replace my old VOD of this game. And no longer be last. That is the aim here. Yes, will be freed from the Sonic 3D Blast jail. Boss. Beep 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 beep, yeah. Shoot-doo. Also banger fucking theme right here. Anyone who's played Sonic Adventure 1 will recognize this from, Twinkle Park Raceway. Fucking shit. No, you can clear that gap. Suck my nuts. One of the silliest placements for a power-up in the history of gaming. Why is there an invincibility power-up right before a fucking switch? Right. I missed one. And I know where I missed one, too, is the funny thing. World's worst Panic Puppet Act 1. If I die, tell my family I'm sorry for being a fucking shitlord gamer. I've actually practiced this level before, so this level they don't even have flickies. Like, this is kind of, I think, the level I think a lot of people wanted out of this game. Fragma! Oh, this is the wrong fucking way. They're the only levels in this game with a bottomless pit, by the way. Fun fact. Because I think it is the only level with one. The weight of shame. Yep, you go into his nose. Alright. If there is one thing I remember about this fucking final boss, or about this fucking game speedrun, it's the final boss. I'm anticipating too much here. Nice missed hit there, I guess. Oh, he still had more. I see. Sub 50? First stream back. That was some scrub fucking gameplay. Team Gadget and Panic Pup Zone alone, I could save like 10 freaking minutes on. Or at least 5. But you know what? I did what I set out to do. That was all we came here for today.